while that's in the oven, I'm just going to quickly make you another dish which is even quicker, which is basically a couscous salad, and in here is shop-bought couscous. There's no point you buying raw couscous like we would buy in the restaurant, purely because it takes a lot of work, a lot of seasoning, so you may as well just buy a packaged couscous that's already seasoned, already flavoured. Add some water to it, just boiling water, pour it over the top just like that. Do this first of all, get some cling film, that goes over the top. Make sure it's nice and tight to keep the heat in. That's stage one done, just leave your couscous now, completely fine. The next stage in the couscous salad is going to be chorizo. So this particular one that we're using is the cooking version. There's probably 3 versions. The really big ones that you see on meat platters and in supermarkets for slicing. This one, which is very good for cooking, it's still quite firm, but it's got a nice meat content and a nice amount of juice. Then you also really small ones, about this sort of size, which are great for cocktail canapes, that sort of stuff. This one's the best for cooking though. So just take it like that, cut it up just into whatever sizes you like. I'm just going to cut it into sort of 1/2 centimetre pieces to give the salad a bit of body. Now, if you want, you can cut it down even smaller, like that, so that it goes further, but you don't really have to. So chorizo's got a lot of oil in it, a lot of natural oil and fat, so a tiny amount in the pan, and then this can go into the pan and just simmer away. That's all we're going to do with it. While that's simmering, we've got a red pepper, just a normal pepper here. Now, the outside of peppers has got a little bit of bitterness in there, so although you don't need to peel it all off, just try and peel a little bit of the pepper skin away, and it'll make it slightly fresher, slightly sweeter. Might not have that bitter chewy taste at the end. So if you don't have time to do this, or you can't be bothered to do it, you can buy a tinned red pepper. It makes no difference really. So I've not gone all the way, there's still bits of skin on it there. We've not really gone mad about it, but it has taken away some of the bitterness. So you can see the chorizo in the pan is colouring up really nice. But the key to cooking this sort of stuff is just control. If you think it's too hot, I just take it off and leave it, and it's not on the heat anymore, it's on a cold stove. So the pepper, I'm just going to cut it down this side, taking it all away, so that all you're left with is just the pepper on its own. Don't eat these bits, the white bits, or leave them on, they're very bitter. You can cut it however you like. I'm going to cut it into fairly thick strips, so it gives a nice texture to the salad. And just stay like that. Now you notice throughout everything so far on this particular dish, I haven't seasoned anything, nothing at all, purely because the chorizo is well seasoned. It's a very well seasoned sausage. You don't really want to add any salt to it. And also, if we're leaning towards healthier eating, salt you don't want too much of, and oil you don't want too much of. So by cooking this oil out, I can make the decision whether I want to use it or don't. Also, with shop-bought things, there's no real need to season them because they're balanced already for you. That's why they're made that way, so that they're perfectly balanced and seasoned to what you want. So, pretty much finished on the chorizo. You can see all the colour that's gone into that pan, and the sausage is nicely cooked all the way through. Just to take some of the chill off it, I'm going to add the pepper to the pan, and then you just leave that and take it off. You don't want anything else to happen to it. Just as a side point, I'm just going to add a bit of citrus to this in the form of a lemon. Just get this lemon rind and chuck it in the pan. It'll add some freshness to it. We're not going to actually eat it, but do this if you've got some lemon knocking about, or even some lime. There isn't any other fruit that you could use for that, to be honest with you, but that'll just perfume it up a little bit more. So, as it's a salad, we need some salad leaves. So what we've got here is just shop-bought rocket. When you buy the rocket, you may as well go for something that's rinsed and cleaned and done. You don't need to do anything to it. We buy it in the restaurant, straight out of the field, covered in mud, and it takes somebody about half an hour to basically clean it all and pick it all down for what we need. You don't really want to go to all that effort, so just buy something that's already washed and cleaned. Into this, we're going to add more of the feta. The reason why I'm using a lot of this cheese is because it's so cheap and it lasts for ages. So you can buy it in oil, or you can buy it in brine and then put it into oil to make it last even longer. It lasts for ages and ages and ages. So just mix your feta with your rocket, just like that, so it's evenly distributed. Still no oil on there, because we've got enough oil in the dish as it is. So no seasoning on there yet, no oil, nothing else is needed. So have a look at your couscous, it's absorbing nicely. Leave it somewhere warm if it's not going fast enough. So I'm just going to put it there, just on the edge, just to speed that process up. Now, just because we like a bit of acidity in the salad, if you wanted to dress your salad with a vinaigrette that you bought in the shop, that's completely fine. But a good alternative to doing that is using citrus. It's healthier, it's better for your metabolism, it'll keep your body cleaner. You know, lemons, limes, citrus, they're a great way to cleanse your body. So use that as a dressing. Now, I could put that in there, but the acid would kill all the leaves. So I'm going to put it in here, like that, so it has a better flavour. And it will retain that flavour as opposed to being lost in the leaves. It will kill the leaves, they'll all wilt, and in 2 minutes you'll just have a bowl of just wilted leaves that look terrible, and they've lost all their nutrients. So just mix that round. The smell that comes off there is great. You've got a load of liquid that we're going to use in a minute. So I've got my couscous here, not quite there yet, so I'm going to speed that up. While you're waiting for that, if you do both together, have a look at your strachi. You can see in here now that the egg is not quite done, the white is not quite done, and that's a great indicator of whether it's done or not. So a couple of minutes yet, we'll be fine. And the egg, as normal with eggs, it depends on how you like them. So if you like them really, really runny, then do it that way. If you don't, then don't. Just to finish off then, plating. The couscous, as you can see now, it's nice and wet, and the more you mix it round, the more it will suck up all that flavour, and that's what you want. From the couscous. What we're going to do as well to add the flavour to it is basically pour the cooking juices out from our sausage. Don't worry if some falls in, but we're going to pour the cooking juices out from here, and that will help flavour it even more, just so all the flavours tie in together. So I'm just going to leave that on there and basically start building the salad. So the leaves around the plate, any old how you like. Take your lemon out of here, you don't want to give that to anybody. So basically, just chuck this on however you like, it doesn't really make any difference. Just like that. So I'm going to layer it up like that, and I'm also going to put some in here so that couscous takes on the flavour even more. We'll just move this couscous around. Now this is a hot salad. You could make this couscous tonight and eat it all tomorrow morning. It makes no real difference. And just finish it off with a few salad leaves, and still no oil, no great amount of salt, because there's enough in there as it is. It's obviously salt and oil, I always think of personal preference, but if that's not enough for you, then you can add some more by all means. So that's the first one done. The second one should be about ready now as well. There you go. So it's basically cooked exactly how we want it. You see the egg to the touch, if I use it, it's nice and firm, but I've just burst it there so that you can see it's still liquid in the middle. That's how I would have it. If you want it cooked all the way through, just leave it in for a little bit longer. And basically just plate this up as though you're plating lasagna or a stew or anything like that. And I'll catch a bit of that egg on there. And the egg's a great way to get the sauce on the plate as well. It emulsifies together. So you've got your pasta in there, you've got your meat in there, it's all together. The sausages add a great amount of protein to it. The basil will keep it nice and fresh. And there's a little bit on there. You can easily feed one person out of that, or two people if you're having a salad or something else as well. And that's it, those are the two dishes. Okay guys?